Anthony Joshua's planned fight with Joseph Parker is still being negotiated, says Eddie Hearn. Anthony Joshua's unification fight with Joseph Parker is yet to be finalized, but promoter Eddie Hearn remains very hopeful that a deal will be agreed. Negotiations are still ongoing for Joshua to put his WBA Super and IBF heavyweight titles on the line against WBO champion Parker, with the New Zealander's promoter David Higgins expected to arrive in London next week to thrash out the remaining details on the contract. Higgins has suggested that Joshua agreed for Parker to receive a split between 30 and 35%, but Hearn says there are still terms to be confirmed for the fight, which could be staged in March or April. Eddie Hearn: "We are working hard to try and finalize the deal and are very hopeful," Hearn told Sky Sports. "There is no fight until the contract is signed. Either way, AJ's next fight will be announced in early 2018. Joshua and Parker had been locked in talks for weeks, but Higgins says both camps softened their stances slightly to push ahead talks for the fight, with venues in Cardiff, London and Manchester being considered. Joshua defended his titles by defeating Carlos Takam in October. "In my view, that fight has got a whole lot more realistic and it's as close as it's ever been between Joshua and Parker," Higgins told Sky Sports. "The breakthrough being there has been a small compromise on both sides and we finally agreed the purse split ratio. That, I believe, is the most important hurdle to agreeing a fight of this magnitude. Both camps are now happy with the ratio they're receiving. David Higgins: "We've met somewhere between 30 and 35%, but I haven't said it publicly. Eddie Hearn has sent me a contract based on the Vladimir Klitschko contract, and am going through it with my lawyer, making changes today, tomorrow, and he'll be getting it back to him. We're very close and there's a high chance he'll board a flight to London at the end of next week to try and finalize a deal." WBO champion Parker has not suffered defeat in 24. Both heavyweights are putting unbeaten records on the line, along with the world titles, and Higgins is confident that his fighter will emerge with all three belts. "Eddie Hearn is making a grave mistake feeding AJ to Joseph Parker," he said. "If AJ is the golden goose, I would liken it to Hearn sacrificing his glass goose.